Hello everyone, my name is Tommy and I'm a photographer from Australia. And as a photographer, I want to speak up about how we can make a lasting and meaningful impact against the fight against racism, because frankly, posting black boxes on Instagram is doing the bare minimum and it barely does anything. We need to do more to create a more meaningful impact. And let me tell you how. Whether you live in Australia, North America, Europe, Asia, wherever you are in the world, you have the power to use your photography to show what is happening in the world. We are fighting this together, and our photos are going to help amplify our message. They can be shared to more than hundreds and thousands of people online at the single click of a button, so we better make use of what we have. First of all, you don't need a fancy camera. All you need is your phone, and you don't need a massive Instagram or Facebook following, because your photos will get shared to more people, to more audiences. Your photos might even get picked up to someone who has a really big audience, and then they will share it to more people. Again, don't underestimate the power of sharing these photos and videos online, because we need to rise up to justice and make a lasting impact against racism. And to be clear, we need to know what we are fighting against. No, it is not cops versus civilians, it's not black versus white, and it's not just the pressing of charges of the 3 other cops who were accomplices in the murder of George Floyd. We are fighting against racists, and we're all in this together. We are also fighting against an unfair system which has been built upon decades of racial injustice. And we need to get that straight. You've seen the videos of the good cops in Flint, Michigan, who have stood down their weapons and are actually marching with the protesters. They make a really good example of what a good cop should be, and our public needs to see that, and cops needs to see that. We need to understand that there are a difference between good cops and bad cops, and this is what we are fighting against. There are a lot of things that mainstream media is not going to show us, and we need to make this available to the public eye via social media. Also, we need to bring awareness of the people who are using this as an opportunity to destroy neighborhoods. They are looting from stores, and they are committing not only investment fraud, but also they are just destroying the lives of the people around them and people who are already at a disadvantage. We need more attention on the unlawful conduct of certain cops who are using their power and force as an advantage against innocent protesters. And we need to bring more attention to acts of racism. And we also need to bring attention to potential missing peoples in this chaotic situation. Whatever color your skin may be, posting a square on Instagram, frankly, isn't enough. And if you want to make a lasting impact, you need to act. Actions speak louder than words. If you can, donate your time. Donate your time to sign petitions for justice, and you can attend protests, not only to document as a photographer, but also you are there to amplify the population of the crowd. If you can't donate with your time, donate with your money in the name of justice and change. There is always something that you can do, so I implore you not to do nothing. Doing nothing is not only part of the problem, but it shows that you do not care equally for your brothers and sisters of different colors and backgrounds. And if you think that this doesn't affect you personally, then that is just closed-minded and selfish. If you're in trouble, how do you expect others to help you if you don't help anyone else? And of course, there are global racial issues that are not exclusive to the United States, but what are you doing about it? And so the next time you're sitting at home comfortably and ignoring what is happening in the world, just think to yourself, who am I going to turn to when I'm in trouble? Who can I rely on when my family is in danger? Who is going to come help me when I am the victim of a racially targeted attack? Just let that sink in. For sure, you don't want any of these things to happen to you personally, so why let it happen to someone else? Take a good, hard, long look into yourself and find the effort to fight against racial injustice. My name is Tommy Quo, and it would mean the world to me if you could share this message to your other photography friends, your other videography friends, your other creative friends who also care about this situation, because this message needs to be spread around and we can make a meaningful impact as a collective. I know it's not a short-term solution and it's definitely going to take a lot of time, but we are in this together, and it's important that we make this change in the world as photographers and as creatives. So please share this around, and thank you for listening to this message.